Welcome to the Tupton Tap.
Hello!
With Ollie, Bird and Charlie, yep.
How we doing? Alright?
There'll be blood, sweat and tears and plenty of beers.
Lovely
So come along and have a chat. It's the Tupton Tap.
It's the Tupton Tap,
Hello and welcome to the Tupton Pubcast.
Pubcast.
It is episode 3. I don't know how we've made it this far through it. I thought we'd fail on the first episode.
Get it to episode 6, boys.
Episode
Yeah,
six.
it's been a stressful experience so far, hasn't it?
It has.
To be fair, we've recorded about 6 episodes of the podcast.
No, that's what we said we were going to do, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this week we've got me, Charlie, we've got Jack,
Hello.
and we've got Ollie.
Hello.
It's just us 3 today, unfortunately. No special
The
guests.
dream team.
No interesting people.
We don't
this
want
week.
special guests. But no, to be fair, Harry was very good last week.
It
So if
was.
you want to go and watch
It would.
last week's podcast, there'll be a link in the description.
We've also got a
That
secret,
is-
haven't we? He did bail us out a little bit.
Ah, yeah. Which secret are you talking about? I've got many secrets.
Yeah.
Dirty secret. We filmed that podcast twice.
Oh,
well, we
twice.
did the first.
Yeah.
Well, we filmed one, and then my whole video and audio file was corrupt. So
No, to be fair, the first one went bad from the start because
Yeah.
I had to go about 10 minutes in, and
Yeah.
I wasn't back till the end of the podcast. And then I got sent all the files, sat down, ready to edit them all, and then all of a sudden, Bert's not talking, and it's all corrupted. So
Yeah.
we had to go again.
So
And
thank
the-
you, Harry. He did bail us out a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
thank you very much.
The kiss of death though that Bert did was he said right at the end of the first one, he went, "That was the best podcast we've done yet." He went, "That is the
Yeah.
one. That is great. This is amazing."
and then there we
the
go.
whole file, all the files went no.
No, not.
Well, Bert's files, ours were alright, but he's couldn't hear Bert, and we
Yeah.
can't have that, boys.
We can't. Bert is a cornerstone of this podcast.
He's the funniest man in this podcast.
I mean,
and
I
we've gotta
won't be
keep
too
him in it.
sure.
That's it. And there's only 3 of us, so I don't know who is the 4th cornerstone, but. But yeah, basically we recorded the second one that you can now listen to on Spotify, YouTube.
Apple Music and YouTube.
Ah, yes.
Go give it a like.
That was recorded 2 days before release, and if you saw, mainly if you saw Ollie, any point between that Tuesday and the Thursday, he was a very stressed man.
I wasn't a very pleasant man to talk to.
You fell asleep
No.
at your desk, didn't you, one night editing?
No, yeah. So it was like I had to get. This was Thursday morning at 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, I need to get this done really for the afternoon. So I'm like, let me just one more bit. I kept going through, and then I'm sat there I'm waiting for one bit to render. Next time I wake up and it's fucking like 5 in the morning. So I need to get to bed. So yeah, I just got into bed.
And that's called dedication. Aren't you glad
That
we
is.
listened to a podcast where we're all so dedicated? Or mainly Ollie.
Maybe, Ollie.
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
film once a week and have done with it, really.
Yeah. If anything, Jack's computer is the least dedicated member of this podcast.
My computer. Ever since it was always fine, and I've put all this recording software on it and everything, and it's just it runs, and he's just slow, bless him. He's having a hard
Definitely got a
life.
virus.
That sounds like you're blaming the podcast.
No.
Innit? Yeah.
All this recording software.
All this recording software.
Mate, I brought a brand new laptop, so I ain't experienced any slowdown just yet.
What, especially for the podcast, you bought one?
Especially, mate, I only bought this laptop for the podcast. That's it. I'm joking.
Oh yeah, that's
Now-
what we all say.
Look, more dedication from Ollie there.
Edit.
Anyway, so what have we all been up to in the past week since our last interview, or our last podcast?
Editing the podcast.
That's so true. What about you, Bert? What have you been up to?
Well, it was my sister's birthday, so we got very drunk then. I mean,
What
like we
did you
needed
get
like we needed an
I
excuse.
mean, Harry did ask you last week, but you never replied. So what did you
Oh,
do?
sorry. Some shitty makeup thing and some alcohol.
What, from Aldi?
standard.
Sounds like you
Somewhat,
really
sorry,
care.
From Aldi, yeah.
From
Yeah.
Audi.
Got very drunk. That's it really. Took the dogs
What-
walking things. Same old, same old.
What was your drink of choice on your quest to getting tipsy?
Ooh. Well, let me take you through the day.
Responsibly tipsy.
I
Let's just say that.
responsibly drank some San Miguel. Shout out my mate Malk. I don't know if that's his real name, but the shop was always called Malk's, so I'll call him Malk. We'll find out his name at some point.
Was
But,
there one behind the counter?
No, that's a bloke, don't worry.
Just him out.
Mrs. Malk.
Wait, Malk.
Yeah, no, Mr. Malk. Yeah, he supplied the San
Get him on
Miguel,
the
so I had a
podcast.
crate of
Get him on
San,
the podcast.
responsible crate of San Miguel.
Just the
Some
one crate.
mojitos. Made some mojitos. They were very nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, with the homegrown
Responsibly.
mint.
Responsibly.
Responsibly, yeah. It was very nice. Had some cider. Basically a bit of
Sounds
everything. Whatever I could get my hands on, if I'm honest.
I thought, well, I was out walking the day after that, and I saw you. We socially distanced, saw each other, like walking past. And Jack said,
Responsibly saw each other.
Jack's words were, "I feel rough." he was drinking cheap cider. And I was like, well, you're asking for it, aren't you?
Yeah, I was, especially after a load of beer and rum, and then I went on to some cider, and I woke up and I had just massive acid burns in my stomach. You know, when you've just got like, just sat here. It's lovely.
See, I've mentioned this before on the podcast. I like cider, but cider don't like me. Like I can like drink a fair amount of pints of beer, but if I have one pint of cider, I'm literally
It hits you.
Yeah, I'm like legs don't work.
Remember that dodgy stuff we had? Like, I think I can't remember exactly what it was. It was going off, so we took it off the pump. And you just had a pint of it. It was like sludge, and you drunk it.
Oh, yeah.
And you were gone.
Yeah, because that was at the end of the beer festival when we kind of. It was like the dregs of like a bag, and I was like, I'll just see how it comes out. And it was like it's like drinking sediment out of cask beer. It's not good
Like
for you.
drinking sludge.
It gives you a headache as well.
Mate, you were gone.
Yeah.
And if you watch the first
Responsibly gone,
podcast, it makes you throw up and hoover it up.
Gone.
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
Jack's top tip for if you ever make a mess, just hoover it. Doesn't matter
Just
what
hoover
it
it.
is.
Whatever it is, just hoover it.
Yeah, it could be soup. It could be I don't
Spaghetti,
know.
anything.
Yeah.
A chair.
Quite good. Chair, that's a bit far fetched, that one, Jack.
We should do a
Yeah,
segment
yeah,
on the
can't-
podcast. What can we hoover?
What can
Will it
you-
hoover?
Will it hoover? The thing is, right, the problem is with that, we need to sacrifice someone's hoover.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not doing mine, but
We should all chip in buy a cheap one from Tesco. Will it hoover?
Oh, if anybody listening to the podcast has got a hoover they want to get rid of,
Yeah.
donate.
Donate it.
We'll take it off your hands.
For
It'll be
science.
the Tupton Pubcast official hoover.
We'll put a sick paint job on
I
it
was
as well.
about to say that. Spray it all up all good.
New alloys and all the rest. Speaking
Talk about alloys.
Ah,
Hey, here we
hey.
are. Look.
Um,
Hey,
what's this?
Paul.
I've bought a van this week.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Oh, I've been raving
Honestly,
about it.
but this story, what he's tell you, is so funny.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So I basically I kind of like I want to become more of an adult. So I was like, what can I do? I buy a van. I'm selling my little Ford KA. It's been lovely, but
If anybody wants it, 1.64 KA.
yeah,
Very
2007. It's only got 40,000 miles on it. It's an absolute steal.
And it's only been
Rapid.
dragged around for about 2 years of its life.
Yeah, the whole time I've had it. So basically, I thought I'll buy a van, and I've been looking for a while. I was like, it's locked down, and maybe I'll get a good deal. And then I basically found a van. And I was like, I'm gonna get this van. Looks great. I'll get it. You can see it if you drive past the pub. You'll see it. It's big and blue. It's lovely.
I'm very rusty.
And yeah, a little bit rusty. But it's very fast, so that's good. Anyway,
Fast
so I went down
van.
to pick. I went down
It's got a V8 in it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Bugatti. I went to go and pick it up for this guy. Obviously, social distance and all that. We kind of kept our kind of distance, kind of thing. And basically, I was kind of chatting to him about the van. He said, "No, it's a great van. It's good." And then like, how was it? Yeah, and then basically we're just talking about like driving and all that. And this guy's had 7 driving bans, right? 7 driving bans. Yeah. And basically, he wanted to take me for a test drive, and we're a bit funny about it, obviously social distancing. And it does
So Charlie hops in the back of the van.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
got thrown around.
Hopped to the back of the van, so distance, and we're all out gloved up and all that stuff. And he literally took us down this country road, and he literally did 110 down this country road. I was like,
In a
What are
van?
you doing? Yeah, no, I was like, I want to buy this van. What are you doing? Like, it's very illegal
Gotta
as well.
write it off.
Like, obviously, this could all be made up, so we don't know if the story's real or not. But and then he literally overtook an Aston Martin, right? In it. And then at the bottom of the road where he turned back round, and we're gonna like swap places, he literally did. I think what did it? He did 60 round this roundabout, threw the back end out, and skidded it all the way around. And it's got great traction, hasn't it? And I was like, yeah, it's got great traction.
Well,
This
that's the title. Charlie races Aston Martin in a van.
And then
That's a great
and then
title.
on the way back when we swapped, I was using the back and I was in the front. And he kind of went to him, oh, you can go a bit faster if you want. I was like, it was a national speed limit. I was doing 60 on like country road. I was like, I think I'm fine. obeying the law.
Mate, get 250 if you want, yeah?
But
Has it genuinely got a V8 in it then?
no,
No,
it's like a
1 point.
2 litre turbo.
No, that's it.
Bloody hell.
But this guy, he's a lovely guy, and he's a very nice guy. And
Lovely guy.
he
Just a
basically-
nutcase.
he races motorbikes like
And Vans.
it's like for fun, and vans, yeah, obviously. And he basically just telling us how he got 7 drive bands, and he's just an absolute madman and a bit of a legend, to be honest. He's but
Wow.
but
Coppers didn't
He
hear
asked
that.
what his bands were for.
Yeah, tell him the one that you told
the
me.
last one he told me was that he basically he was doing 110 down the motorway in like a Land Rover or something, and he got caught by a speed camera, and obviously had to go to court for it and all that, and basically just like the judge let him off his 27 days or something driving ban.
What the hell? What a lucky guy.
I know, but he also, as bad as that is, and I do not condone driving fast or dangerous driving. He was just quite a character, a lovely guy.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
gave me a good
So-
deal on a van as well, so I can't complain.
To be fair, like the fastest my car can go is literally like 96.
Yeah, and
The
you,
So-
fastest I've driven my car is 65.
yeah, the fastest I've driven that van back was about 40 on the motorway, and I just kept on the right hand side lane, make sure it was safe. Did 40.
Yeah. Kept on the hard shoulder. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
With the hazards on.
But no, so that's what I did this week. I picked up a van and I heard a funny story about some driving bans. And
I actually have got a funny story.
go
Go on,
for
Al.
It's not about a van. So I went to I took down a shed this week.
Ooh.
So I helped me with taking
Was
the
it-
shed down.
Was it a shed that you were allowed to take down, or was it just some random shed?
No, yeah. I just crashed
Some
the
side
shed, take
road.
it down. No, it was my brother's shed. We need to get rid of it. It was in the way of the back garden. So like, you know what, we'll take it down. So me and my brother took it down, and so essentially, so you got the shed which we were taking down here, and then we got next door's shed which was here, right? So there's about about that much gap from them. So a fair amount. So obviously I've got my steel toe cap boots on, so I'm kicking through these panels, having a good laugh. Me and my brother got his hatchet, chopping down the things, and it's all collapsing. About halfway through, we're on the wall, on the side of the wall, taking the panels off with the other shed on the other side. And we're kicking through these panels, we're howling. And we hear this. We thought nothing of it. We thought it was banter. Kept going. Eventually, we collapsed it all in, and it folded in itself. Like, yeah, good laugh. We're there with a beer, having a good sip. Next door neighbour comes round. Are you alright? She goes, yeah. And my brother's girlfriend's talking to her. And we hear something about something bottle. Like, you what? He goes, yeah, you smashed the bottle. Like, we smashed the bottle. Like, yeah, that's a man cave, that shed. Like, alright, shit man cave. But anyway, that's a
Whoa.
man cave.
That's a bit of shade
And-
there, Ollie.
Basically, they put all the bottles up on the wall of these like really expensive whiskies. Obviously, the vibration was kicking through the wall. It smashed a few bottles.
Oh, no.
my brother's girlfriend was like, "Oh, can we replace them?" Like, no, you can't replace them. They're too old.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
How that story went is Ollie was pretending to be Iron Man with his boots on.
And broke a lot of expensive whiskies.
Yeah,
Oh,
It is. It's a classic. It's a mistake. Definitely a mistake.
I didn't mean to let it go through the side of their shed.
But the way you described it was like I was just kicking everything.
I know. I probably got videos on my
Got the
phone.
hatchet.
I was just like me and my brother just got a hatchet hitting stuff and booting through these fence because it's so rotten that everything would just pop off. You know what I mean? So obviously it popped off and hit their shed, and obviously the vibrations of hitting it on the bottles, so she just wobbled the bottles off the shelf and hit the floor. And we heard it smash, right? But I didn't think anything of it.
It
Kicking
sounds
the
like
shed down.
sounds like carnage. Sounds like that whole neighbourhood was just like
I've got visions of Ollie with a flamethrower just burning a shed down.
drinking beer
And-
at the same time.
and next door shit. Yeah, so I had a bottle of San Miguel.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Very nice. Enjoyed that very much so.
On a hot day after some hard work, you can't. Beat it.
Yeah.
Smashing up people's bottles of
I
whiskey.
got damage as well. Look, as you can see. Look at that.
look at that.
I'm
He's-
there. Oh,
Anyone watching the
Lord.
YouTube, anyone not watching the
Say.
YouTube video, Ollie showed us his battle scars on his hand, which are tiny.
Awful. His
Negligible.
fingers all off.
Yeah, he's missing them all.
Yeah.
But
But no, so that was fun. Then we had to go to the tip, and the tip was absolutely ramming. Because have you heard how they're doing it at the tip? So it's like, depends. I think it's like the last number of your number plate. If it's,
odd or even in it.
So if it's odd and the date of the month is odd, then you're allowed to go. If it's even and it's the date of the month's odd, then you're not allowed to go. That makes sense.
But this doesn't work because obviously most
No.
people have more than one car. We've got both here.
Yeah.
So we could just
So
go
what-
both days.
Yeah.
Just a
So what
different
we
car.
did is we threw it into another car and just went in that one. You know what I mean,
it's very, very
That's such
strange.
a bad plan.
not only that though, but I think most people, like today's like financing options on cars and that, and leasing options. Everyone's got a new car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the amount of like 69 plates you see around is unbelievable.
So it just gets rammed on certain days.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it is.
I say, talking about having a beer after doing a job and stuff. Do you not reckon, like, after you do our job, the best beer is always that one? Like,
when you've been grafting and you get that.
Oh yeah,
pint.
no, 100%. Yeah.
So after
Definitely.
when I drove this van back the other
Definitely,
day, I had a beer. And it was Mr. P was there as well, doing his socially distanced pizzas.
Yeah, you had a beer in the van.
I keep meaning to. Yeah, it took after your mate. 110 down motorway with a bottle of Stella.
Your new mate, innit?
He was drinking some Stella actually when I saw him.
He wasn't.
after
Was
he drove.
actually.
After he drove it, yeah.
But yeah, and then I had a pizza at Mr. P's.
I
If
keep
anyone,
meaning to come up. He does the best pizzas, that man.
definitely best pizzas in the Tupton Tap car park.
Best pizzas in town.
Any locals listening that haven't been down yet, if you want to have a pizza, then he's here every Friday. Just call in your order, pick it up. It's all socially distanced. It's all very safe, hygienic, good stuff. We're just talking about, Ollie, that every podcast you seem to disappear. So the one
Mate.
the one we were recording with Harry, I don't think we mentioned it.
No.
Ollie just got a phone call that had to quickly run away, and he
I had to be that knight in shining armour, you know what I mean?
oh what, a knight in shining
The
armour.
knight in shining armour. I had to go and pick up the girlfriend.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, I reckon this leads us on to doing a bit of a beer review. I reckon we should do a beer review. What do you reckon?
First of all, what was everybody's pizza topping?
Oh yeah. No, we're not interested in your pizza topping anymore, Ollie.
No,
No, you've lost the opportunity.
you burnt that bridge. You burnt that pizza bridge. So I said I'm a Hawaiian man. I like a bit of pineapple.
It says
bro, I
tuna
love
and pineapple
Hawaiian.
though, Ollie. Tuna and pineapple.
Oh,
That's disgusting. No, that's vile.
That is rude. That's what that is.
I don't
that
know.
is rude.
I don't know.
Mate, I love a Hawaiian. A Hawaii's spot on.
Can
What
we
am
have a virtual high five all for that one?
Can I
Oh,
just
yeah,
say,
bro, yeah.
if I'd have known this podcast would have never happened. It's a good job I'm learning this now
I
and
don't
not
get
before
what
all this.
people have such a grudge against Hawaiian pizza. I don't get why.
Sweet
It's
stuff just doesn't belong on a
Sweet
pizza,
and
man.
sour. Sweet and
Bro,
sour works.
you
so
say
well.
that, but the amount of people I see with chocolate pizza,
Yeah.
that's
I don't
rude.
know.
Like, no.
I know, but you don't have chocolate base and pepperoni, do you? You have chocolate
Yeah.
and banana or chocolate and
I don't
marshmallow.
care.
The one
Disgusting, bro.
thing I do like is I've ever had like cookie dough pizzas, like rather than being bread, like bread.
Yeah,
and
'cause
dough,
it's
it's
not
cookie
pizza.
dough, and then you put like
Yeah,
chocolate and
it's-
stuff on it
bro,
as well.
It's a big biscuit.
It's,
Yeah, but that's
it's
like-
basically a biscuit. It's a massive biscuit.
Is that not like when like Heston Blumenthal like makes a burger, but it's actually ice cream or something? It
Yeah,
looks like a
some
pizza,
weird
but it's
stuff.
actually not.
Yeah.
It's like calling a vegan sausage roll when it's got nothing to do with a sausage roll.
Yeah, we're on about this.
See,
weren't
I-
we? When were we on about this?
Last week.
I think on the we're looping back to the first podcast here, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That argument really gets me because it's like, to me, a sausage is like, I think if you look at the description online, it's like it does say meat, but it's like
yeah,
instead of
I think
skin, it's like
I don't- yeah, but it's
I have
yeah,
no
but the
problem with a vegan
isn't
sausage
in the
roll.
Skin. It's,
I actually quite like the vegan sausage roll. I just do not
I'm
think
not
it's a
saying I
sausage
don't
roll.
like them. I'm just saying
Well,
it's not a sausage roll.
Yeah,
So
I
right
quite
now-
like them. I just don't think it's a sausage roll.
So right now I'm holding up this bottle of.
I don't know how small's that bottle. Have your hands grown?
Or Charlie's just
So
massive.
if anyone listening on Spotify,
Oh, he said he were big.
Spotify.
I'm.
Or Apple Music.
It's
Or
7
Apple
foot
Music.
4. That's a full size bottle.
So if anyone that can't see it, it's basically a little bottle, and I'd say this is sausage shaped. You can use the word sausage to describe the shape of something. So I'm
That's
saying a
so
vegan sausage
random.
roll. No, but
It's just a bottle.
bottle
It's
shape.
nothing special. You can't call a bottle a sausage shape.
that is my counter argument. That counter argument is, you can't argue. They go, well, it's not got meat in it, so it's not sausage shaped. It's sausage shaped.
No,
It's
but you
not
can't call that a
sausage-shaped, though.
sausage. That's the conversation we're having here. You can't call a bottle of whiskey a sausage because it's not a sausage,
That's like you saying this is a vegan sausage drink.
isn't it?
Well, maybe it is. There's no sausage in it. It's just my way of making a sausage. If you really want to know what this bottle is, it's basically, I think it's
Mate, no one
sherry.
cares.
I do. It's sherry made in Argent and in Portugal. That's what it is.
So why have you got it? I think
I was on holiday a few years ago and we got this chance to go around this distillery. And I was like, well, I'm gonna get a free bottle. They gave me a free bottle.
That's cool.
and you've not opened it.
Well, yeah, I'm saving it for a very special occasion, like when the pubcast
Yeah,
gets to
opens.
100
Where you can just wet your
subscribers.
tongue with it because it's
100.
absolutely
To be
tiny.
fair, if we get to 100 subscribers, I'll be very happy.
That's
we get to-
That's when we end
What
it,
we on?
boys. When
We're
we
on
get
like
to 100,
17.
we've hit the mark. We end it.
I'm not,
We're on
just
20
done.
now.
No further.
We're on 20.
There's a
So
limit
if you want
by
to see this
YouTubers
podcast,
and
then subscribe.
Anyway, should we move on to a bit of a beer review now?
Go on
Ollie's
then,
back?
Leslie.
Which one are we doing? Did we choose?
I think we're going for the actual IPA, not the.
The actual IPA? Alright, hold on.
We'll save that one for
Well,
another
if
day.
you're-
Dylan.
Oh, there he is, leaving again.
It's gone again. I mean, I'm not even
It's
surprised
disappeared.
at this point.
I have got my trusty Lagunitas glass this week. It looks like a jar. Look at that.
Hello, I'm back. I love those jars. Charlie, can I have one of those jars?
What are you drinking out of this week, guys?
I can because I forgot the glass again.
No.
An empty bottle.
I'm a swine for
An
it.
empty bottle. You're pouring it into a.
an empty bottle of cider.
You cannot pour the beer into an empty bottle of cider.
How about another empty can of cider?
We don't want that dirty stuff on here, mate.
Even though you've got it. Anyway, no, I'm going to be drinking out of the can today.
So, Ollie, can you explain to us? Well, you got two drinks for us today, but can you just
Right,
explain the whole
so-
story?
I'll explain the story. I walked in. So this segment is to see what beers we can get from supermarkets and if they're any good. So I remembered that today was my turn to go and buy the beers. So
You remembered 15 minutes before we went to start?
Yeah, we meant. In fact,
Well,
no, we
yeah.
meant to start at 12, and then it's now. We started filming at what, like 2:15?
So yeah, to cut long story short, I went to Tesco. I had to queue up for about half an hour. So yeah, not my fault. And I walked in there, and I was thinking on the way in, it's like I need something. So I had two things in mind. I was gonna get a knockoff version of a beer and a real version of a beer, and give you both and see if you could tell the difference. But then I need an extra bottle so you couldn't tell. I gave up. We'll do that later when this quarantine's over. But I wanted to try and get the worst beer I possibly could. And I was
Thanks.
looking. I couldn't really
Cheers,
find
Ollie.
any. I couldn't
you.
really find any bad ones because really in Tesco I'm not going to sell ones that don't sell. But I did see one which was on for clearance for 45 pence. So I
45.
thought that must be bad if no one's buying it.
There's nothing wrong
So
with
I
it. Either.
thought, no, it's a nice can, I think. You know what I mean?
Look at that.
But no, so I
Pretty
thought I'd
looking.
buy this one. I also felt bad because they were 45p each, so I also bought them all another can. But that's for another video.
I'm gonna do my
I
weekly
love-
can review. The can I'm gonna give straight away 8 out of 10. Simple but
I'd
effective.
say 8. It's nice, isn't it?
Jack. I'm going to join you on this. I'm going for a 4 because, again, if you can see on the YouTube, there's basically the can's like
That's-
rubbed away.
That's the point.
I
That-
think
that's-
that's
that's printed
intentional,
on, mate.
Charles. It's same on everyone.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
He doesn't like it.
It looks
Mate, that-
it looks lazy to me.
That is literally the point.
Well, look at me. Don't I look stupid? So
Oh well.
this beer, Ollie, is by Crate Brewery, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I didn't read
Brewed
it
in
at all.
London by the looks.
I
of it.
love-
That looks
I
funny.
love the care and attention you put into this. I'm gonna find the cheapest
What?
beer and not even read what it says. Just buy it.
What I
It could be-
do like, it has. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see this, but it has this this diagram to its flavour.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like a spider
Literally-
diagram.
Literally, Ollie, if you did look at what these cans were, they could all be cans of Coke, really, couldn't they?
And I think that'd be funny if I bought your kind of Coke.
Yeah, so it's got like a little what do you call those diagrams? Because it has a shape inside of it, leaning more towards.
I think it's a
Hoppy?
spider diagram, the official name. Or web
it?
diagram, something like that. If
Maybe.
you do know, let us know. It looks like a spider web with different labels around every side, and then there's like a coverage in the middle. There you go. I'm showing the camera now, so if you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see that.
So it's Session IPA by Crate Brewery, and it's 3.6%, and it reckons it's quite hoppy.
I like a hoppy beer, so this could be interesting.
It could be. Should we give it a crack open?
Oh, ready?
Are we going to do it?
One at a time.
Ooh.
Fucking hell, that loud. I'm going to try and open it next to the mic and not spill it.
I put it all over my laptop.
We're open, boys.
Ooh, it does
It
smell
doesn't
hoppy.
smell too bad, actually.
It does smell hoppy.
It does smell very hoppy, which means I don't like it, but...
It's a bit cloud. It's hazy.
Is it vegan?
vegan.
Or
Or is
that-
it just
that-
shite?
Is that just my is that my dirty glass? I don't know.
Or has it just gone off?
Which I did check the best before to make sure it wasn't on 45p because it's out of date, but it is in date.
I think we should do that, actually. We should keep a can behind, like, a few months and see how bad it gets.
It's called aging beer. That is.
It's called
Is
having the shits in the morning, is what it's called.
I reckon, yeah. Right. So what smell are you getting?
Lots of hop.
Pure hops. Lots of hops.
Quite
It
fruity
smells
as
a
well,
bit-
quite citrusy.
If anyone's ever had what's it called? Oh my god.
Real ale,
Brewdog.
they all taste-
No,
they all
Brewdog.
taste the
What's the Pilsner called? Lost
Lager.
Lager.
Shadow.
It smells like Lost Lager. A bit. I think it's just a hoppiness.
It's very, very hoppy.
I've just tried it.
Oh, that's a bit. Jesus. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, not a fan.
So you know the other week, well, for the last few weeks I've always said I do like the beer funk. I like a bit of beer funk. Not that much funk. That is very, very, very hoppy. And I like
That is
hoppy beer, but that
volume.
is hoppy.
My Lordy Lord.
I've had to crack open a can of cider to get the taste away.
You are despicable. It's not my favourite beer.
I could drink it, I think.
So hoppy.
I could drink it, but I don't think I'd be
couldn't.
choosing it. It's very
also-
hoppy.
I got some fan mail like on the past week from somebody who asked someone I know went, "Oh, I want to drink that beer. What was it again?" And I sent him the link to the beer. He went and got it from Aldi, and I think we all compared it to Beavertown, and he was like, "That's nothing like Beavertown." And I was like, "Yeah, no, it's not quite as good as Beavertown, is it?"
For anyone who was
No, I think
wondering, that
no,
was the Freak Aleworks, I assume.
Last
Yeah.
week,
This one.
No, we compared the artwork to Beavertown.
Yeah.
it's like dirty dishwater.
Yeah, it's not the best, I think you've succeeded in buying a.
Oh, I'm so glad I bought it now.
I expected nothing less from you, Ollie, to be honest.
Good.
We-
I've cracked open that other one. I've got plenty of these, but I've cracked open the one for next week.
If we're gonna have cider, Ollie, it's actually got to be good cider, and not
Yeah, I think if I'm honest, I'm just gonna drink this. If I'm honest, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, have it, mate. I'll mark.
can we have-
cider?
Can we have some scores on the doors then, please, lads?
one?
Smell wise, I think it actually smells very nice. I like I say, I like hoppy beers, and it smells very hoppy. But taste wise, that's overly
I
hoppy.
like drinking a hop.
Yeah, it's just you're just like chewing on hops. On this it says it's very hoppy, but and it also says it's quite bitter and malty. It's just not. It's just a hop. It's just chewing a hop. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it
there's not much mouthfeel or texture. It's very
it's very
hop.
watery.
If
and
you've
just
ever been
hop.
in the Tupton tap and you look up above the bar, there's a load of hops.
So if you want to try this
So
beer,
imagine
just chew on
grabbing
them.
a hop and eating it, and that's what it tastes like.
A very dry.
A very dry.
I feel like
spidery
they've
hop.
just gone. What do people like? They're like hoppy beers. Let's just chuck a shitload of hops in.
No, it says here the idea is it's all the big fruity flavours without the big ABV.
Well, I went tits up.
I think actually, I do agree. A lot of the time, I don't think you need ABV, but I feel like that would have done better with a bit of ABV to hide the hops a bit more.
You know what's really going to put the nail in the coffin as well?
Wow.
It's made in London.
There we go.
Not up here, not in the north.
Not the north. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, it's got a 1.
I'm going to join Bert on the 4. It's drinkable. It's not a bad beer.
It's drinkable.
I couldn't even drink it.
It's drinkable, but if I'm having tasters in a pub, and I got that as a taster, I wouldn't be choosing it. I'd be tasting some others. Put it that way. Do you know what I mean?
I was going to get a Thornbridge one actually.
Yeah, it's a very
Why did you not do
nondescript.
that?
What it is.
I was going to get a Thornbridge one, but then I decided that the bad one would be funnier.
Probably.
Fair enough.
You'd rather just
Because
torture
Thornbridge
us.
is pretty
Watch us
decent,
burn.
It just tastes like a generic craft beer to me. It's very, like you're saying, drinkable, but you won't go, wouldn't have a blind taste test and go, it's definitely crate, that is.
To be fair,
Crate.
45p though, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah.
It's 45p a can at the minute.
You can't beat a deal. So if in the next week you're in Tesco and you manage to find a bit of crate,
It wasn't many left. There was probably like 16 cans. To be fair, they'll probably last for another 2 months.
To be fair, that brings us on actually. What would you recommend to everybody? What do you think? Recommend or not recommend?
yay or nay? Yay or nay?
No.
Yay at
I'm gonna
45p, but as soon as it goes back up to normal, no.
Mate, it's going to be gone out of Tesco.
Yeah.
It's on clearance.
As low as the score was, I'd say yay if you just want something you can just have a bit of a sip on. And
And you've got no money.
sorry, mate.
If you're an impoverished student like me,
Yeah.
45p.
You've got to remember, we're not students anymore.
Crack on.
You know what? It just tastes a bit like old shoes.
It gets better the more you drink it, to be fair, because you kind of get used to the hoppiness of it. But I feel like if you drink anything else after this, it's just going to taste like...
I just went, it tastes like old shoes, and Jack went, yeah, it tastes better the more you drink it. So, we've
Old
all
shoes.
realised here, Jack likes the taste of old shoes. So
I've drank beer out of old shoes and boots before, so... That's actually what it tastes like. It tastes like beer drunk out of an old boot.
And that's where you get the funk from, the old yeasty funk.
I like beer funk, but not that much.
Funky. Oh man. Yeah. So I'm gonna go yay for the deal.
Yeah.
for 45 pence, you're going to get.
Yeah, but nay for the funk.
I think it's meant to be like £1.50 or something. Right, normally.
That is a good
Maybe-
deal. So that's like 66%
That's
off.
what that's what I thought. I looked at it and I thought, if they get it away for 45p, it really can't be shifting, can it?
No, yeah, they've got to. They're desperate, aren't they?
What's the date? The date is.
It's in date.
August.
Yeah, I'll say it's in date.
Well, it's weird though because I'm pretty sure the stats came out like supermarkets are selling more alcohol than.
Yeah, than ever
Than
before.
before.
Well, no one's in the pubs, are they? So.
Well, that's
And
it.
also, no one's drinking this because they probably had one can of it and thought, you know what, I'm not going to buy another one.
Yeah,
It
good
tastes
point.
like shoes.
Shoes.
Who put a shoe in my drink?
Will it shoe?
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No.
That'd be going straight down, I think.
But I'll drink it. I'll have to drink it. I don't want to waste it.
I'll give it to the dog.
If I must.
Yeah. Don't give it to the dog. Do not give it to the dog.
Yeah, no, dogs can't process alcohol. Dog will be drunk.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking about old shoes now. I don't know what you guys are thinking about.
You got any nice old shoes, Charlie? Yeah, any ones that have scrubbed up well?
Have got
Put in a
old
beer.
shoes.
Put in ferment them up a bit. So, why did you drink some beer out of an old shoe? I want to know that story now.
Mate,
I
there's
don't.
one very simple answer. And it's just rugby.
Anything,
Responsible
You get
rugby.
dared, don't you? Like
anything goes.
anything goes. I've drunk them out of boots. I've just played in all sorts. You just do it. It's just
Man, you don't just do it, Charlie.
You do.
Charlie Bear, you don't.
It is. You do. You actually get dared to do it. I've got a funny story actually. I mean, I doubt Rory's watched this, but I'll make sure he watches it now. My friend Rory, we went on a bus trip to. Let me make sure we get this right. I'm probably going to get it wrong. I think it was Skeggy. I think we went to Skeggy. A lot happened on this Skeggy. No, it can't be Skeggy. It might have been. I can't remember. Went on a bus trip somewhere far away. And
Jack's internal thoughts.
this is how my mind works. It's just a shambles. But yeah, and they were in the middle. This clubhouse was just an old shed. It was in the middle of nowhere, and they do like the RFU regulations is you're not allowed to do drinking games. Obviously rugby, you just you sneak them in there every now and again. But these were selling behind the bar yards of ale.
Ooh.
And they were like, I think it was like £15 for like a proper yard of ale as well, like not like these half yards that you see or anything, like a proper old fashioned yard of ale. And,
Because you're not allowed to do them anymore.
No.
It's,
No, you're not. But like say, skeg, it's in the shed. No one cares. So they were selling them, and the thing was, if you could do it in under a minute, then you got it for free. So they take you outside, you buy it, and then there's like bell goes off, and it's like your order has been bought, everyone outside. So they take you outside, and then the thing is, they tell you this once you've bought it. So Rory's out there, he's just psyching himself up, and he's going. I've still got a video somewhere actually. And he's psyching himself up, and then they go, "Just want to let you know, no one's ever done this, and no one's ever and anyone who's ever finished it has never managed to keep it down because you trying to drink it that fast." And true fact. So he's drinking this yard ale, doing all the tricks, twizzling it, and then he gets halfway down, and he starts going, and he smacks himself in the head. He's already pissed, smacking himself in the head, trying to psych him up. Carries on. He's going like, you got 5 seconds left, and just went, woo, poured it all over himself, and then stopped. So he still didn't manage to finish it. And then everyone was like, "Oh, good effort," and he just goes, whoa, projectiles this beer, and it's still like it's full. I could have honestly, I'd have drank it. It was that clear. It was just pure beer. It just go flying out. And it was literally like, I'm trying to think of a movie. Like in movies when they projectile in movies, it was like that. It must have gone 10 foot. Honestly, it just flew. It was hilarious.
Got like a scoreboard on the other side, like
yeah, 7. It was amazing.
Well, obviously here at Tupton Tap we do not condone drinking games or drinking to excess or just getting drunk in general. We promote sensible drinking and obviously just enjoying yourself responsibly.
We've been through this, so you don't have to.
Yes. And like Bert said, we put the man hours in, so you don't have to. We've figured it all out to save everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great story to end on there. I think it rounds it all off.
Yeah.
It leaves a picture in your mind. You can just savour and savour. So, if you want to get a average beer, go for the Crate Session IPA. I would like to try a little beer. See if it's. And I think I come to do some other good beers though. So I don't mean to put them down or anything.
No, yeah.
And I think for this week I've been Charlie. We've had Ollie.
Yep.
And goodbye. And then we've had Jack as well. And I think we may have a special guest next week. You have to stay tuned and have to find out, won't you? Have to join
You have to find out. Probably not, knowing us. No, we'll try.
But as always, if you like, subscribe, put it on your playlist, tell your mum, your nan, your dog. But, yeah.
You could also drop us a review on Apple Music or Spotify. That'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, just be nice to us or be mean to us. We don't mind.
Either or. Engagement's engagement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it. If you've got any beers you want to try, any guests you want to try and get, anyone that wants to come on and has something to talk about, we want to have a chat. We want to have a pub chat. And we want to put it on the Pubcast. Right then. So we should say goodbye, lads.
I think we should.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. See you next week.
It's been a pleasure, guys.
Adios.